So today might be kind of strange because it's just going to be me hanging around the house doing whatever. So it might be a little non-linear and not really have a narrative, but we'll call it experimental vlogging. Is this like Garden State what I'm doing right now? Laying on a carpet? Isn't that what he does? Or he's against wallpaper or some shit? But it's matching, right? So.
Washing dishes or picking up garbage. If you don't know what you want to do, get a job doing something you hate.
Today's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. This is a picture that he had painted when he was in the Marines in Vietnam. I think we look quite a bit alike. Right? I look like my dad a lot. I haven't seen my dad in like almost 2 years. I was really hoping to be there for his birthday, but it didn't really work out. So I'm really hoping that I can get there in September. I also just miss California. Mexican food, mostly. So yeah, look forward to seeing my dad and eating tacos. Happy birthday, Dad. What are you doing? I need music, and I think I might feel like making it today. I haven't played in a while, so... This is not like a formal review. In fact, I don't really even believe in reviews unless it's like boasting about something I'm feeling positive about. I know that on yesterday's video I was kind of putting down Society 6 while at the same time boosting Redbubble. I don't mean to go so hard on Society 6. I'm sure they're a great company. It's just for me living in Canada, it doesn't work out so well. But I don't like to like review things and be super negative about them, so I'm gonna try to like avoid being negative about them. And I'm basically just doing a callback to the books that I took out of the library. If you watched that video, I went to the library and I went on a hunt for LGBTQ books, specifically lesbian books. And do you also remember in yesterday's video how I shut the door and then the cat immediately wants in? I shut the door 15 seconds ago. He hears it and he comes running down the hallway and says, "I will not be shut out of your room." Are you happy? You just can't be left out of a room, can you? No. Do you want to come sit on my lap while I do this? Do you want to come sit on my lap while I do this? Okay, so where was I? So last week I went to the library and I took out some lesbian books. And it was like sort of difficult to find them, and I think that libraries need to rectify that to make more of, to make these books more accessible, basically. I started reading this one because it was the only teen one that I found in that library. I got maybe 40% through it and stopped reading. It's not that the writing's bad, it's just not my cup of tea. It's about this girl that's trying to fit in California in the 1970s, and there's like all these like unwritten rules about fitting in with like the surfers there, but women aren't allowed to surf. And I even skimmed it, and like she has a boyfriend through pretty much the entire thing, so even the like homosexual part of it is very like repressed, and I'm not really interested in reading that kind of book. The 1970s thing should have tipped me off that that's what it would have been about, but oh well. Okay, this one I didn't read, but I did like a lot of skimming. this like steamy one. The steamy parts, they're like somewhat steamy. Again, I'm not really trying to be negative here. I'm getting to a point. So it sounds like I'm being negative, and maybe I am, but I'm allowed to not like things. I have a point to this. So anyway, so I skimmed through this, and it's not my cup of tea either, but maybe romance isn't my cup of tea. I've never really been a romance reader, so. This one I haven't started, so I can't really report on this one. Okay, here's my point. My point is that... what is my point? I guess my point is this. My favorite books so far are like J.D. Salinger books. He's my favorite author by far, and this is my favorite book of his. It's 9 short stories. My favorite one is Teddy. One of my other favorite books, one that has certainly been my favorite in the past like 2 years reading, is The Bling Ring. It's not fiction, it's nonfiction. It's about those group of teenagers who were stealing from celebrities like Paris Hilton and Orlando Bloom, and it's a really good read. I just enjoyed every day like spending 20 minutes with this book. It was like so absorbing. It's my favorite also Sofia Coppola movie. My favorite teen, okay, here's the thing, I haven't read a lot of teen books. So Stargirl was a teen book that I read and really liked. I read it not too long ago and it still holds up. I sort of wish that I could find a teen book like Stargirl, but queer. Here's the thing, is that I think, so like the Honey Girl one isn't queer enough for me because it's based in the wrong time period. And then the other ones are like, which I guess is with any romance, they're like oversexed, or like the I'm gay part is so like predominant. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stories about queer people just living normal lives. If you took any one of the 9 stories and just made one of the characters gay, there wouldn't be any difference except for one of them would be dating somebody of the same sex. Or if Stargirl was like, you know, the main character is actually a boy, it's told from his point of view, was a girl, and there was Stargirl, or if it was like Starboy, like that would be cool. The only author that's really good at this is David Levithan? I'm not really sure how to say his last name, but he writes stories where basically like being gay isn't really a huge deal, and it's not like the main plot twist, or it's not like the main conflict in the story. So I'm showing you books that I like because I want those books, but with queer characters. And this one's just in here for fun. This was one of my favorite things to read in the past couple of years. It's if you don't follow Hyperbole and a Half, she's so funny, and it's like all cartoons, like these funny drawings that she does. I can't recommend this book enough, it's so good. So I think that's it. Basically, if you guys have any recommendations for queer books, preferably with women is sort of my interest because I'm a woman, that would be awesome. I don't know if I'll be into the romance genre or not. I like romance, but I like it in like not the main part of the story. Even Stargirl, really, like they have a relationship, but that's not the main thing of it. Anyway, thank you for listening to me rant about this.